Hey guys, this is Moriarty.
And this is Brax.
And today we're taking a look at a game called Mass Exodus. It's an asymmetric multiplayer game, very, very similar to Panoptic.
Good, because I enjoyed Panoptic a lot. So this is a 1v1 game?
It is 1v1. You have your VR player in the middle kind of controlling everything. And then you have your PC player running around being the little small guy. Now, the interesting thing to me about this game is that it is basically every complaint that we had about Panoptic has been fixed.
Oh really? Well, that's good. Is it better than Panoptic then?
It's better than the Panoptic that we've played so far. Panoptic hasn't been released yet. It's hard for me to say it's better, but it's better in its current form. That's for a couple of different reasons. First off, the God player, while very, very powerful, is not stupidly powerful. You can win as the PC player.
Okay.
It's not easy to win, but you can win.
Right, at least easier than it was in Panoptic, where it seemed pretty much impossible. If the person playing, the guy looking for the other player, wanted to be a jerk about it, they could, right?
Right, it was too easy. It was way too easy for the God, if they wanted to make it impossible for the PC player to win. In this, if you take somebody and you drop them off the side, they respawn. You have to actually use your hands to reach in and grab the player and grab the other android units. You can't just shoot a laser in. You also have special abilities. So the PC player has the ability to blind the Vive player completely. They can't see at all. They can't do anything. They're just standing there blind. They can go invisible, which means that they can run around and get through things that they otherwise wouldn't have been able to. And they can also set off a false alarm, which will cause the Vive player to kind of freak out and start looking around, which might give you the ability to get past when they're standing there staring at a corner.
Right.
You'll remember that in Panoptic there was a stairwell where if you got there and the Vive player knew you were there, you could not get out of it. You were trapped.
Yes, I do remember that.
With this, instead, you can set off an alarm, and now they have to at least look around to see if you actually did set off one of the objectives.
Right, that seems like a good example of what you were saying about how it isn't always advantage God player.
Now, the Vive player has some special abilities as well.
Ooh, what special abilities does he have?
He can make all of the androids in the game completely freeze. And if you're still walking, well, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Okay, that's also really good too compared to Panoptic.
There's more options there, and you really have to be paying attention. So you can see how all of the androids have stopped moving. If you keep moving, you stick out. So you have to pay attention and say, okay, they've stopped, I'm stopped. The Vive player can also put a barrier up that will stop the objectives from being able to be touched. I think that's probably the least useful of the abilities, but it's there nonetheless.
Right.
And then finally, the Vive player also has the ability to turn on a rangefinder. So it vibrates in your hand as you get closer to the PC player, so you can kind of tell where they are. It's not perfect, but it's close. You could do that and say, okay, I know for sure that the PC player is definitely on the right side here.
Okay, well, after hearing all of those different special abilities that the God player has, or the person hiding, I see a lot more balance here than I have in the other one. That sounds promising as far as if I wanted to play this with a friend. I'm looking for that balance, right? I want to have fun playing both the God mode and the person hiding.
And I did. I enjoyed both of the characters here. When I played as the Vive player, I was successful probably 8 out of 10 times. I think that's a little bit too high. And when I was the PC player, I was successful 1 out of 3 times, which I think is a little bit too low. And I think that's probably because the Vive player is still too powerful. Now, I have a feeling the reason why that is true is because they plan on adding in multiplayer online, potentially multiple people online. So if you had 3 people playing against 1 God player, well, that's too difficult without the God player being overpowered.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense in that case then. And it also sounds really fun to have that extra added challenge. I would want to be the God player then if I have 3 people that I'm looking for, and I certainly would want to be in a position to have those extra abilities or be in an advantage, right?
Sure. And this was a cool game. I enjoyed Panoptic, but I really enjoyed this game a lot. Probably because it just feels like there's more to do there. There's more tactics. In Panoptic, there would be areas where the androids would never go. You were always kind of obvious that that was the human player. So if you just kind of focused on a few key choke points, you could pretty much win the game as the Vive player just by default, because there was no way for the human player to get there. In this case, no. You're going to have these random androids going everywhere all the time. They're going to be heading for the various objectives. They're going to walk right to the objectives. They're going to stand there like a human player does. And it is very, very, very difficult to identify who is and who isn't a android just based off a look. Now, one of the other nice things that they did, and this is one of the things that we talked about before, is you can't just kill everybody.
That is exactly what I was about to ask you too. Is there any penalty for, in this game, picking up a player and setting them back down, or can you just pick up everyone, set them back down? In Panoptic though, you could actually kill them though, right? So that's a little different.
You can still kill them. There is a shredding device, and you can throw them into the shredder, and that's how you kill the other player as well. So you still have to kill the other player. It's actually quite a lot of fun to do that, especially to taunt somebody and just kind of hold them right over it.
That's great.
After you kill somebody, that shredder shuts down for a period of time, and you can't kill anybody else. Now, that doesn't mean that you can grab somebody and hold them. So you really do, as the PC player, still need to be cautious, but you can't just kind of start throwing everybody into the shredder and killing them. We did encounter a very small bug where there was actually a lip around the shredder that a PC player could get stuck on, which means that you could actually stack up all of the androids on this little lip, which is definitely not what it was meant to do. And they wouldn't respawn, they wouldn't do any of that.
They need to look into that then.
It's kind of a cheap way to do it. But that's the other thing. I think they also respawn the androids, which was one of the things that we absolutely recommended for Panoptic, because you could just kill everybody and then you'd wipe it out and there was only one guy running around in an area. This has taken that problem completely away. Completely away. And it's so much fun. It was such a blast. We ended up playing this for literally hours. It was great. It was fantastic.
One thing I noticed about the way that it looks in general, the maps here seem to be more open. They don't seem to be as walled in.
It's more open and also more claustrophobic. It's more open for the PC player. There's a lot of ways to get around, and there's never any one way that you have to go. There's always multiple paths, and some are very sneaky. Some of them the Vive player can't even see, which is super, super cool because it gives you a way to kind of sneak around. Now, it's also the longest possible way to go. It doesn't lead you directly to anything, but you can absolutely, if you wanted to, go the back path all the way around and completely hide yourself from the Vive player. And you can get all the way to the other side of the map, which is super, super cool because it gives the PC player a lot of tactical options. They can say, I'm going to hit both of the furthest away ones first, and then I'll go to the center of the map where there's hundreds of androids and it's very difficult to identify them. So you can do that and kind of play around a little bit with the tactics, which is super cool. And for the Vive player, it is significantly more claustrophobic. So in Panoptic, it was way out at the edges of your play space, which means that you would see everything all the time. You could look at the top of the roof area there as someone was watching, and you could watch that pretty easily. You could kind of lock down the whole map. With this, you're in a very small enclosed area as the Vive player, so you can't really just do whatever you want.
Absolutely. I've noticed that as the PC player, it seems to be easier to tell, okay, he's looking over there, that means that I can go now. It seems to be because of the fact that it is more open and spread out, you can actually feel more comfortable at times as the PC player in this game.
You can feel like, okay, his choice is either throw me into the grinder and be wrong about it. In that case, if he was wrong about it, well, he's probably lost one of the opportunities. You've locked off your thing, you've looked away, and there's so many abilities and powers for the PC player that PC player's almost 100% gotten to a new location because you looked away.
Yeah, and that sounds a lot more fun to me if I were going to play the PC player part. It gives me a reason not to want to play God mode every time, sort of like we had said before. I just really like the inclusion of the special abilities. That seems like the biggest plus to me that I have seen.
And they really are cool. The problem is that I'd mentioned that 9 out of 10 times I would win as the Vive player. The issue that I had there was the Vive player's powers are very, very good. With the exception of the barrier thing, which I found to be completely useless. The Vive player's powers are very, very good because they stop all of the androids, which means if I'm looking in that direction, if I'm looking at, let's say, even 20 androids and I hit that stop one, you're probably going to keep moving, and that means that I'm going to catch you.
Well, how frequently can you use your abilities, though?
Often. Every 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot then.
For 1v1, it was a little bit much. The other issue is that the barrier thing did nothing. It was useless. If anything, the barrier and the stop moving thing should be combined, so that if I stop you from moving, you also can't hit the button. That should be a thing.
Yeah.
And then the little seeker finder thingy, which would vibrate and tell you when you were near somebody, that was really, really accurate. At the beginning of a match, I would hit that button, I'd go straight to, okay, I know for a fact that you are in this group of 20 androids. And then all I do is just follow those, hit the stop moving button, and I would find them within 20 seconds of a match. Pretty consistently. It was a little bit too overpowered. The other issue is that the PC player's powers are one-time use, and they're not terribly great. Like, the false alarm thing is okay. The run while hidden thing is not great. Now, the blinding part, that sucks. Being the seeker and being blinded, that sucks. But there's got to be something there, which maybe a fourth ability, or after 90 seconds you can do them again, some long period of time to where you can't spam them. I think that the Vive player is okay. It's pretty good as is. Probably pretty balanced. Again, that barrier is just kind of useless, so I wish they would just get rid of that ability and replace it with something else that was fun as well. But if they were to give the PC player a little bit more power, not a huge amount more, because I could consistently, as the PC player, even against somebody who had been playing the Vive player quite a lot, I could consistently get down 3 of the 4 objectives. So it's not that it's way overpowered, it's just that it's overpowered enough. It's like a 70-30 split.
So it isn't so much about improving upon the Vive player as it is just catching up a little bit with the PC player.
Right, yeah, because the Vive player is pretty good. It's pretty balanced. It's difficult. You can win against that Vive player, even though he can spam the living hell out of the stop moving thing.
Which is what I would do.
Oh my god, yeah. It's not completely overpowered. I think that with regards to the Seeker Finder thingy, that one should probably not be able to be used in the first, say, 30 seconds of the match. Just period. You cannot use it in the first 30 seconds. The barrier thing should go away. And then the PC player, I have a recommendation, which is that occasionally, and I mean more than once in a while, maybe every 40 seconds or so, the PC player could hack one of the other androids to make that android keep moving when the stop motion thing happens, or something like that. Something that will throw off the Vive player just a little bit more. Just enough to where it's a 50-50 match.
Well, you know, that's a great idea, even if it wasn't just that one idea you just pitched, to have countermeasures to balance out the special abilities. Not every single special ability, but having, like I say, a countermeasure to go in there and make the particular abilities of the God mode not as overpowered for the PC player.
And that's really all you need.
That's a cool idea, man.
If you just gave it a little bit more of an edge, just a small amount of an edge towards the PC player, that would be good enough. The other bug we did encounter, and it's not that big of a deal because it's not like game breaking or anything, but if the PC player wins, the Vive player will say game over and see black, but the game doesn't actually end. So like at this particular point where we're looking at, the game's over, I've already won.
Yet he's still just walking around.
Still just walking around, because his is black, but the game doesn't actually end, and you can't like hit escape to go to the menu type of thing. So there's some sort of little error there. Altogether, though, what a cool game! Like, just super cool game. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was fun to play both sides. It was exciting. It actually at points would get your heart pumping, because you'd be like, oh my god, I just escaped, or oh my god, I just got him that quickly, that kind of thing. There was a lot of cool stuff going on there, and I really did enjoy that.
For sure. I can only imagine walking with those lights shining on me. I would be panicking the entire time, dude.
Oh, it was just so cool. And they got the balance right. You know, Panoptic, the problem was there was too much power for the Vive player, and you couldn't do enough. The only way that you could possibly win was just by being lucky. With this, you can win as either player simply by playing smart and having tactics and knowing that they're both limited in their powers. So the Vive player can't win every single engagement. They can't just kill everybody. They can't do that kind of stuff. So you've got a lot more opportunity there, which is just awesome. And if they continue to add in additional levels, which they say they're going to, if they add in multiple players, so I mean, I can't even imagine how much fun this would be against 2 or potentially 3 PC players. Man, that would be cool. And on top of that, as a Vive player, one of the things I'm always trying to do is I want to play multiplayer with people I don't know. There's something about being able to play this game as the Vive player. Man, Brax, how would you feel if I was just constantly picking you up and throwing you into a shredder over and over again? You'd be getting really angry, and I'd be loving every second of it. It'd be great.
Absolutely.
So that's what I want, and I'm glad that they're going there.
It looks like one of the coolest VR games that you have shown me yet, for sure. I loved Panoptic, and seeing this, I love this even more.
You know, it almost felt like, wow, man, they watched the Panoptic video and they fixed it all.
Right?
It felt like they took Panoptic and they took all of the things that we said needed to be fixed and did it. This is a really cool game, and it's so much fun. I had such a blast. I have nothing bad to say. I just wish that they would even it out a little bit. It's a first day pickup for me. Absolutely 100%.
That's exciting, dude. I'm glad that you liked it so much. It excites me, and I haven't even played it yet, but I definitely want to in the future.
Once they've got that online multiplayer in, I'm definitely going to bring you in, Brax, so that I can constantly and repeatedly throw you into a shredder.
You will not hold me over a shredder. No, you will not.
At one point, I had Thundercat in my hand, and I held him over the shredder and brought my face down and just stared at him. I could hear him at the PC going,
raging.
Come on!
Rage. That is great.
So that's something that's awesome. It's great. It was so much fun, and I absolutely 100% recommend it.
Super.
So there you go, guys. That's Mass Exodus. It's a super cool game. I absolutely 100% recommend it. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the Patreon, and we'll see you on the next one.